I am Megan and welcome to Battle Royale with Cheese, the website you can get all of your TV and film news reviews and trailers. Over the Garden Wall is a 10-episode animated series that was originally on Cartoon Network. It follows two brothers as they travel through the woods to try and find their way home. So this actually celebrated its 10th anniversary at the beginning of the month, and I had never seen this before. I had seen cosplays and pictures of the main character, Wart, who is voiced by Elijah Wood, and I didn't know where it was from. I thought it was either from a film or a game, and it wasn't until I saw that it was celebrating its 10th anniversary that I thought, okay, let's actually seek this out and see what it is, and I really enjoyed it. Aardman Animation also did release a short film, a stop-motion short, which I'll link in the video description below, in celebration of the 10th anniversary, which is also adorable. And yeah, I've actually binge watched this for the first time. I had never seen this before, didn't know what it was about, and this show is great. This show is absolutely beautiful. It's weird, it's funny, it's creepy. So just very quickly, I apologise if the sound, if the video sounds weird. I did actually just film this whole video. I've just gone to try and edit it, and my microphone was crackling the entire video. So I'm not using my microphone. I think it's broken. It's probably near the end of its life. So I apologise if this does sound weird. This is what the sound's probably going to be like for the next couple of review videos until I can get a better microphone. But let's continue on with the review. So the voice cast is fantastic, and there's even a couple of surprising voice cast cameos, including Christopher Lloyd, Jenna Ortega before she was in Scream 5, John Cleese and Tim Curry, just to name a few, and they sort of voice different characters throughout the show. Elijah Wood is also great as Wart. He's very sporadic, quite fast-paced with his delivery. Very similar to like Dipper Pines in Gravity Falls, actually. And this is the thing as well, is that the show seems to have some influence. I think before that show came out, it's very much like Gravity Falls in that sense of the line delivery, especially from the main characters, and even from Gregory, who's, you know, very joyous, like, wants to make the world a better place. There's an episode at one point where he's told that, you know, the world is sort of negative and you're not always going to get your way, and it's like, you know, it's just the world is not a very nice place. So Gregory decides, well, I want to make the world a better place. He's adorable. Gregory's my favourite. He's just so cute and adorable. Some of the dialogue is actually very self-aware, so there'll be something that will happen in an episode, and one of the characters, and it will usually be Wart or Gregory or even Beatrice, who's a bluebird that follows them throughout most of the show. They'll sometimes see something and be like, okay, that looks interesting and dangerous, let's not go that way, let's do this way. And yeah, I mentioned another character called Beatrice. She is very interesting because I think she's sort of the show's way of saying subvert your expect the unexpected. She subverts your expectations by at first appearing really cute and adorable, but actually she's quite rude and negative at first. But like the other characters, like Wart, like Gregory, they end up learning to become more confident, become better people and characters, and I think they all worked really, really well. They all needed each other for this journey. I think what I like about this show as well is a lot of the imagery is really gorgeous, but really quirky as well, and I think quirky is the best way to describe this show. It's really weird, it's really strange. There's an episode where Wart and Gregory go on a boat and it's full of humanoid like frog creatures. There's another episode that involves them going to a town that's full of pumpkin people. It's probably the best way to describe that. And yeah, it's very fairy tale like is also a good description for it. It feels very much like a fairy tale, and even the way that the show is laid out is very much like a storybook. So the first episode will have like a full intro with a full theme song, and then the episodes following that will have like Episode 2 will be chapter 2, episode 3 will be chapter 3, and so on and so forth, until the end of the show, where it's like a closing of a book. Like, you get like the epilogue or the conclusion. And it was really nice the way it was laid out, and even in the end credits, the main cast is called the players. So it feels very much like an RPG, a fairy tale, a storybook, and I really liked that. It made the show actually quite beautiful in that sense. But yes, it also very, very weird, and some of the humour is very surreal. Bit like SpongeBob in that sense, actually. It's very sort of surreal. There's a lot of imagery that's like uncanny valley. So there's an episode where Gregory has a dream, and that is an entire fever dream in itself. That's so strange, and even with the creatures I've mentioned already, yeah, it's very much quirky is the best way to describe this show. But yeah, I pretty much binge watched this in one go. It is 10 episodes, and each episode is about 11 minutes long, so it is possible to binge watch it. I really enjoyed this. I think if you like Gravity Falls, if you like the humour of SpongeBob, if you like the weirdness and the creature designs of Studio Ghibli films like Spirited Away and Howl's Moving Castle, I would really recommend Over the Garden Wall. I really enjoyed this. I thought it was great. The voice cast is fantastic, and there are actually some big names involved in this, which I didn't expect. The animation is really nice as well, especially in the first couple of episodes. There's different art styles to reflect the different locations and the characters. So for example, Wart and Gregory are they've got very solid lines to create their form, but then the backgrounds would be like sketch lines. So it's really cool. But yeah, this was my review of Over the Garden Wall. I really enjoyed this. But I was Megan. This is Battle Royale with Cheese. See you soon.